in order to demonstrate to you how the simplification process can be implemented, I'm gonna make some move to. I'm gonna force to a few move in which my pieces will be exchanged by the black pieces. So I have to move now my piece. There is this condition here, this point here in the 5e square, and the piece I'm gonna move right now is 3/8, right here, the 2/8 piece, and I'm gonna move it to the 3/8 position. What I'm trying to accomplish there is to keep this black knight that is in the 6C position, and keep it from trying to come here to make a move here in the 4B position. So when I move that pawn to the 3A, I'm keeping that knight to come here to the 4B position, because it will be the blacks are gonna play now 7. The pawn is the 7E square. They're gonna move to here to try to force an diminution of the number of pieces on the blackboard, which is called simplification. So he moved his pawn from 7E, the pawn that was in front of the queen, and he tried with this action. He tried to open the diagonal here that is directly attacked by the by his black bishop on the left of the queen, on the right, on my right side, which is the left side of the queen for the blacks. So he's trying to open this 7E position from that pawn, and at the same time he opened a space for later on trying to move his queen in any of these available square here. The queen can move to here, to the 4D, or to the 7D, or to the 6C, or to this, and that's it. That's all he can do. 7E, 8D, 7D, and that's it. And if he decides to keep his queen in that place, he has the option also of moving his, putting his rook in action. The rook hasn't have any action. The only action that the rook had was when I did the castling, the black castle. So, but he can move that rook here to this. The only available square that they have to move is the 80. So all of that can happen. I had to do something because he's attacking me. He's attacking my bishop. So I can retreat my bishop, but he can take my pawn. If I take my pawn with my knight, he take my knight with his other knight, and he's ahead one pawn. So I have to react to this, and so I take his pawn in the 5E position with my pawn in the 4D position. And this is the first time probably you see a pawn going diagonal, capturing a piece. So I took his black pawn and put it aside. This black pawn is out of circulation. It cannot be in this game anymore. It's out. So now is his move. He can take his with his knight in the 6C position right here in this column, and in this row in the 6th position. He can take the pawn that I used to capture his pawn. So now we are equal. He has a pawn, I got a pawn. So now I can continue exchanging pieces right now. I had a problem here. My knight has been exposed in this particular moment. I can either push that pawn in the 3A, which is not very advisable to do at this point because I will be opening my line. Remember, I told you that the pawns are in the best position when they are protecting each other. So if I move this pawn here to protect my knight, I'm moving there. He's in a weak position. He can now try to move his pawn in the 7A square to the 6A square and attack my knight. And I had this pawn here on the 3A far away from all this pawn. It's not at this point it's not advisable to have this distancing from one point to the other. So he the best thing for me to do is at this point is leave that knight right there, leave it exposed to the direct attack of the queen, and instead just go ahead and use my black pawn, my black knight that I have in the 3F square, and go ahead and capture his black knight, which is in the 5G square. So right now I got one black pawn and one black knight. So so he has to equalize the game to be equal number. He has to come with his queen and just capture my pawn. He has to come from his queen from the AE square to the 5E square where I have my knight. So now we had equal number of pieces. I had a knight and a pawn, and he has a knight and a pawn. So that's equal simplification. So we took each other equal number of pieces, or equal value, and so now the problem is that I don't want to explain this in this game because it will be too complex and will take for this video to be too long. The objective of this video is to show you that what simplification is in a chess game. So I'm not gonna be analyzing what his queen can do or anything. I am in better position right now. My pieces are in a better position, and the reason why I'm in better position is because I have this knight here. This knight can capture this pawn, and there is no response to my attack. So I capture that pawn basically for free, and at the same time I'm attacking his rook right here in the 8E position, right? This rook right here. So now I could attack his queen. I could move my pawn here in the 2E and just move it to the 4E position, and I'm attacking his rook. But that's not the importance of that move that I could make. The important is my rook is attacking his queen, so he has to move that queen to avoid my 5.5 valued bishop to take his queen, which is the most valuable piece in the chess game, other than the king. So when I do capture this pawn here, when I capture this pawn here in the 7F position by moving my knight from the 5E position to the 7E position, I had simplified the game one more piece. So right now I had the piece advantage. I have 2 pawns and a knight, and he has 1 pawn and a knight. But my pawn is still in attacking. In my knight is still in attacking mode. Is threatening this to take this rook, his black rook, out of circulation. So he has to do something, And what he can do right now is move his rook either to the 7H position, that's the square in front of the 8H position, or move the rook to the HG position, which is the square on the right of the rook. So I will move that. I'm doing his game anyway, so I'm doing the things that are more favorable to me than to the black pieces, with the objective of showing you the simplification process. Okay, now so he moved there, and now he can retreat his queen from 5e to avoid in the next move that I made, to avoid that I move this pawn here and attack his queen. So he can move his queen and go back to where he came from, the place where he never should have gotten out of there at this point. So he can come to 7D, or be more threatening and bring the queen all the way down to where he started from, which is the AD position. So I'm gonna put it there. So when he does that, he's attacking my knight. So I have to either move my knight or escape from there, but I don't have any free square where I can go. Any square where my knight can go right now is in his area is attacked by one of his pieces. I cannot go here because attack the pawn attack or the bishop. I cannot go up here to the 8D for the same reason, because the rook and his queen is attacking me there. I cannot capture this pawn because this pawn here or his will take my knight, and I cannot go the other position that I have on the back here is the 8H position, where the rook was initially. So that's not possible because his rook will take my knight and I will lose a piece. So the only place where I can come with this knight here is to the 5E position. So I go there. He's attacking my knight, direct attack, but I got a bishop protecting the knight, so he cannot do anything at this point. So we have done some simplification in which he lost his down a pawn. So that process of simplification was bad for the blacks, because sometimes in chess you can lose a piece but get a positional advantage, but here he has no positional advantage. So he lost a piece and lost positional advantage. The blacks are in worse position than the whites. The white are in this point kind of dominating the landscape. So this is the move that I made. So he had to move, and I'm gonna try to move his rook to the 8D position right here. So the rook got out of home and now it's out there, battling, facing the battlefield, and he's trying to keep this pawn here, this black pawn, in the 5D position, covered by the black rook. So I'm gonna try to do more simplification, so you see greater reduction in the number of pieces on the chessboard. So for the time being, I'm annoyed by this bishop that has direct attack to this bishop in the 5F position. The 5F square is attacking this pawn here. I cannot move that pawn because the bishop is attacking. If I move that pawn, the black bishop will be in direct attack to my king, and that's not permissible in chess. You cannot move a piece in which you expose your your king to a check. So if I move this piece, this one here, I will be exposing my king to direct attacks on the bishop. So that move is illegal. I cannot do it. So I have to keep that pawn right there, but the bishop is still annoying me. So what I do to get rid of that annoyance is to move my pawn in the 2G position right here. That's the what it used to be the what it used to be the knight in the IG. That pawn used to be in front of the knight that I had in the black square. So I move it here to the 4G. I move it from the 2G to the 4G. So now I'm attacking his bishop. He has to move. If he stay there, he cannot stay there, because if you bring a pawn to protect it, I'll take the bishop. I take the bishop, his black pawn here in the 7C, that will be in the 6G position. If you decide to move that thing, and not that rook will be going out of the game. So now I'm directly attacking his bishop. He has to move it. If he wants to continue, attacking this diagonal here, so he can move the bishop to the. No, he cannot do that either, because my knight is attacking that place. So he cannot retreat here, but he can retreat all the way down to the 7H position right here. So my knight had no access to that square. My knight can go as far as 6G, but he's protecting the 7H position. So he goes there, and what I will do is to try to move my rook, or not try, but just actually move my rook from the IC position to the ID. So now his rook is protecting his pawn. My rook is attacking his pawn. So that's to avoid any future intent from him to advance his pawn from the 5D to the 4D. As I explained before, once you make the first move, the pawns are allowed to make to jump 2 squares ahead of them at the commencement of the game. Afterwards, it's just one square. So he tried to move his pawn. He can do it. I cannot take it with my rook because his rook is protecting it. So let's say he tried to move that pawn, and now I can do something else here. He has to respond now. I guess I move. He has to do something. He cannot stay there looking stupid. He has to move something and react. It's his turn to move anyway. And so I'm gonna move the bishop here. It's in home position AF. Move it to 7E, which is the square in front of the queen. Okay, so now he has that one. At this point of the game, then we try to liberate as many. We had tried to move forward some pawns to be blocking the places where the opponent pieces can move. So right here, I could move this pawn in 2F position to the 3F, and the reason I will do this is because I will liberate my queen. My queen can now go from, in the next move, I can go from 1E to the 4H position, or can come here to the 3G position. That will be greater. That will be a greater position, and the reason why it will be a great position is behind the rook, the black rook. So the black rook and the queen in the black square here. Now, if I make a move later on, and I move this knight, and this game, let's say that I move my rook in some other position. I'll bring it back. Let's say I'll bring it back to 4C. In the next move, when it's my turn to move, this bishop and the queen are attacking directly to this pawn. He cannot protect this pawn because his rook moved from that position that he had before in 8C to the 8D. So this pawn is, if he falls asleep and he doesn't react to this, and I don't see any easy way for him to block me from taking his this pawn right here. So it's very dangerous because now I got two pieces attacking and attacking this weak place here. He cannot move the pawn forward either to avoid my white bishop to taking that pawn. He cannot move it here because, as I said before, with my king, it's illegal. He will be in check. Not in checkmate, but he will be in check. With this bishop, he's checking that king here. With this square free of his, so he had to keep that for the time being. And the best thing for him to do right now, the best thing for the blacks to do right now is to bring the black bishop they have bring here. It will be a mess. It will lose some pieces, because now with my knight here in the 4-6, I can take that bishop. Okay, I got a piece. He takes my knight with his pawn here, 6D. That pawn can move here because it's still blocking. This pawn here is blocking the line or attack of my bishop. So that pawn at this moment is blocking a direct attack. So it's legal to do that move for him. So right now I got one bishop and one queen attacking this pawn, and he has just one rook protecting this pawn. So I can take this pawn with my white bishop and lose my bishop there because he will take it with his rook. But then I will take his rook with my queen. So I'm gonna do that. So I'll take this. And right now he has to either take this piece here or move the king, because the king is directly being attacked by my bishop. So what most players do in this condition is too much of direct attack there, too much things to lose. What he can do now is take my bishop with his rook, and I move my queen in the 3G position and take his bishop in the 6D position. So now he's in big trouble right now, position-wise and pieces-wise, and simplification-wise. He's in a very bad position. So I'm gonna count the pieces right now. So I got one his bishop, one his rook, one his knight, and 3 pawns. And he only has one knight, one bishop, one pawn, and another knight. So if I count the value of these pieces here that I had taken, he has 3 officers like me, because he has the knight, the bishop, and the rook. I have his. He has my bishop, my 2 knights, and a pawn. But I had one bishop and one knight, which are equivalent to my bishop and knight here in value, 5.5. But instead I had his rook, which is worth about 7 points, and he only had my knight, which is 5.5. So he's losing a big piece. And rooks are, after the queen, the most valuable pieces. So I'm ahead in position as well as in military assets. My pieces are my soldiers, my things are more numerous and more effective in the battlefield. So right now it's another problem for him because he has attack from the queen. So there is no checkmate there. I just check from the queen. My white queen is directly attacking my white king in the 60 position, and in this diagonal here, this black diagonal, is attacking his king, which is in the ace, in the AB position. So what happened in this moment is the queen has two options, two places to move: the square and the AC, or the square and the AA in the first row for the blacks. So this is the only two choices that he has. So I'm gonna move it here because we only have tried to find shelter, the best shelter that we can find from the bullets of the enemy. So we're gonna move it there. He could come here. It's not any imminent attack. It could be another check from me here and here, and attack his king again and do another check. But if he moves there, I have no check available right now. So this is pretty much what I wanted to do about simplification. We had eliminated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces out of the 32 pieces that is normal to which is normal to start a chess game. I had eliminated 16 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pieces out of 32. So there are 22 pieces left in the chessboard. So this is what I wanted to show you about this tutorial today, called simplification. Okay, I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.